Voltaire. Now we're going to talk about Voltaire a little, and many people believe that he is the father of the Enlightenment. He's the bringer of the Enlightenment, and he is very famous till this day of very bright thoughts on the Enlightenment. He advocated and he sought and he promoted and he called for freedom of thought, speech, politics, religion, etc. He fought against intolerance, injustice, inequality, ignorance, and superstition, which and many could relate to superstition during that time to Christianity and the church during that time, which was a very corrupt system. He attacked idle aristocrats, corrupt government officials, religious prejudice, and the slave trade. He believed that he was the extreme liberal, in a sense. Um, he often had to express his views indirectly through fictional characters because he lived in an absolute monarchy. He used to live during the absolute monarchy in France. And did you know that Voltaire is not even his real name? Voltaire is his pen name when he used to write letters. During that time, it was very hard to contradict the absolute government, especially Voltaire was very famous, and so he was probably going to be a political prisoner if he had used his real name. Here is a picture of Voltaire, and he wrote the famous novel Candide. Voltaire often used a razor-sharp humor and cutting sarcasm in his writings. He was imprisoned in the Bastille, so his name Voltaire didn't work for long, and exiled because of his attacks on the French government and the Catholic Church. And it was in a long time. Until today, there are political prisoners, and we can see that political prisoners can go all the way back to the time before the French Revolution, and that's why he got more famous. There's no such thing as bad publicity, and so Voltaire's books were outlawed, burned, and by the authorities. And this shows you how much he influenced other people to revolt against government. Seeing these books and then these books get banned, it's like the books you can't read. That's how bad the French government was becoming. It would ban books, even though ignorance was very common during those days. He believed that my trade is to say what I think, that people should have the right freedom of speech, and this influenced the U.S. Constitution, which calls for freedom of speech, press, etc. He said, "I do not agree with a word you say, but I will defend it to the death. Your right to say it." That's how much he promoted freedom of speech. And these quotes just, prove his point. Every man is guilty of all the good he did not do. Man should do all the good. God is a comedian playing to an audience too afraid to laugh. He was talking to the Europeans during those times. He who thinks himself wise, O heavens, is a great fool. And it's pretty evident when you think you're really smart and you're really ahead of the world, and you are going to win this revolution. For example, like the French absolute monarchy thought, it went down. In Egypt, it went down, and it will go down. When you think that you have reached the limit, that nobody can now surpass you, that's when it breaks. That's when your glass house starts shattering. Thank you for listening to this screencast about Voltaire. You can watch more videos about other Enlightenment thinkers in this playlist. Thank you.